no man, no man can be trusted or should be trusted. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time welcome to my channel, you're welcome. So today, I promised we'll be talking about we like chit chats alongside self-love, gender issues and stuff. So if anybody will need motivation there and there, even anybody is sharing motivation for free, maybe not now. I'll just be sharing a particular experience that happened to me not too long. Come along with me. You will enjoy it because I'm telling you, it's actually the first time I'm experiencing something like that, and it's even more for God, right, and for good people around me. I really don't know how I would have handled it. And so with me here is my drink. So don't ask me what drink it is. Don't ask me. Nothing rated at all, but don't ask me. So I'll be sipping it while I while I share my experience. I'm talking about disappointment. Disappointment, because everybody feels disappointed one way or the other. So you get, so just to make this really lively and really relatable, I just felt to discuss and to share my own experience just of recent, how a friend disappointed me. It was really disturbing. I'm telling you, I'd already put all my hopes in this person. Now there was this issue that occurred when I was in Lagos, when I was working in Lagos. I'm actually still working in Lagos, but remotely. If you know me, you know the details. So I was given the grace of coming to work from home just for 2 months. You get, so now backward to when anything started, it was hell. Yes, it felt like the whole world was going to crumble. Now, you're Lagos people, you know what I'm talking about, and those are actually in Lagos as well, either by transfer or anything, or you just found yourself in Lagos, you know the struggle, like the hustle and bustle in Lagos. So I got to Lagos last year, August. I started working in September, and so I had these accommodation issues. I felt like it's actually normal. If you don't have family members in Lagos, you just got to sort yourself out. Let me see. Fast forward again to certain details where I was living with somebody. Apparently, she's my grandmom's friend, alright, and I was just staying with her for the meantime till I find my own apartment, which I kept on trying from day one because I like the idea of being responsible for myself. Like how it can be when it gets to the point where you feel like you're literally just inconveniencing these people and you just have to find your way out of that place. So to be very honest, it wasn't the best experience I could have had, but I just thank God for how it all went. So I found myself in the struggle, having to stay with somebody. It wasn't like as if I couldn't do that. I mean, it's not as if I can't stay with people. If you don't know me closely, you need to know the kind of home I'm from, like your many, and that's the joy of it, seeing people around you. So it's not like maybe I couldn't meet with people, and I understand where it has to be that you just way out of helping people, which is really normal. You get, but to be very honest, I don't still count it as a thing like a natural offense from my end, because I felt this is their space and I came to invade privacy, and maybe I really don't know. So that was how it all started, and I was asked to excuse the house. So long and short, I actually excused them. I had to pack and I left their apartment. A very, very terrible experience. You don't even imagine it. A fateful day. But I told God something. I told God that the short time that this family has used to accommodate me, the Lord will replenish it. That is just my prayers. If they feel like they've lost anything, God will provide for them, because it's not my place to start feeling offended just because I'm in a space. I never feel like making privileges for granted because it's not even right. Do you understand? So that was how I left the house. Sadly, like I had to pack one morning and all teary, like I was crying. I called my aunt and she like just crying with me inside the Uber when I was going because I had to use Uber to carry my things like out of the house. So that was how that phase ended. Then there was this lady in my office that promised that okay, she was going to help me and stuff. So like, help me in what sense now? She was relocating, do you understand? So and she asked me to come occupy her space. In the face of the heat, alright, I was like at the point of I really want to get an apartment. If I'm going to do it at all costs, let me just do it once and for all. Do you get? I literally had to wait till this lady in question was supposed to like relocate. So that was like, I mean, good news, right? I was praising God. I was thanking God for this breakthrough, this and that. So the promise was that she was going to let me have the apartment since the rent was not yet due, and even afterwards I would keep paying the rent. That was the promise. So I had to excuse myself from the office for just 2 months. What I'm talking about is just last month, and here we are in July. It happened in August, in June rather. So I was really happy that coming to Ibadan to rest from the toxicity I experienced in Lagos. And okay, I came to rest at home, and I'll go back to start going to work in August. August 1. To my surprise, this lady and I got talking, and it felt like I had to buy everything in the apartment. Like, I mean, properties, likes of freezer, bed, like the basic things in the room, basically. So, I was like, has to like buy the properties, and I mean, that wasn't supposed to be a big deal, right? But to my surprise, there was mandating it that I had to like pay her the whole sum before she travels, and like she was going to travel in to when she told me she was going to travel just like 2 weeks time. So she expected that I pay for the properties now. She just pay in 2 weeks. About everything was coming up to about 340 something, just approximately 350,000. So like she said that I should just pay it. And I was like, I don't have that kind of savings right now. I mean, I can do well half payment till like so you leave in 2 weeks time, and I'll pay you afterwards, like after maybe a month or just for now. But that to leave the country in the next 2 weeks, I can't work with some of the 350,000. So I told her that, and it was like she couldn't work with it and stuff. And to my surprise, to cut the long story short, she said she couldn't give me the apartment again. Then she faced it on I have to get properties before I get the apartment. So I was shocked because that wasn't the agreement. I don't know where it is done, where you have to get the properties in the house, and that will be the requirements to get the apartment. So everything got pretty rough, and I found myself begging for things that I later found out that why am I actually begging? I was like, can't I just see what God is actually doing? Even though at that point it felt like I'm not sure what would happen next. So there is this friend of mine, we actually got to know in a very, very miraculous way, honestly speaking. So apparently she was also got an apartment, we were just hoping to stay together. And so I was already thinking of, okay, she would come stay with me in that apartment I talked about, and that would just work things out. So when the whole thing with this other lady like just got busted, and I couldn't, get something done. And aside me thinking of the disappointment I had faced, I was also thinking of my friend. I mean, where would she stay? I had already promised her this and that. Thankfully, I just got to talk to that friend as well, and there was this apartment that was going to be free, and that was just how everything aligned. The same time, right timing, right, like it was just God. I now sat down and I was thinking and munching on the disappointment I actually faced rather than thanking God for not disappointing us, for not putting us to shame. Because I felt, number one, who makes it mandatory that you must buy properties in an apartment before getting the actual apartment? Because number two, I was thinking, what would have happened if I didn't meet my friend? Like, my friend wasn't in that situation that I was supposed to also get an apartment and they had to stay together. I just kept on thinking and I felt that was really dark. I wasn't open to what God has done. It took my friend and my sisters to open my eyes to what God has done. Yes, I felt I was really going to see it. I mean, it was actually open. It was really, really vivid that God actually did this. But yet, I was just thinking of what this disappointment thing has caused. That will bring me to see anybody can actually be disappointed. There's this thing that I will always say: you keep getting disappointed because you keep putting your trust in people. And we have to be raised to the point where we know that no man can be trusted or should be trusted. You actually find it easy to forgive an enemy because you feel like, okay, that I don't feel responsible for this person. You're actually an enemy after all. But to a friend, you feel so bad and it takes grace to actually come out of that. It's the same thing. Disappointment is disappointment, just like the person is come from. So what am I trying to say? In my own opinion, it's okay to be emotional about things. Is it cases of you, for example, now I don't know, you've been promised a scholarship or money, and you feel like this person has done this and that to me, and then you feel that's the end of the world. Actually, no, my dear, that is not. That's even the beginning of the world. Guess what? Because from there, you learn to trust God solely. Either or no solution has come for what you actually asked God for, it's actually going to make you know that there is hope. The more you trust, the more you feel disappointed. You feel it because you've trusted so much. So once that burden is lifted, then you automatically feel relieved. And you do what? You face God. Abba, Father, I am here. So I felt disappointed, but I thank God that I don't have to go back to the close to hell that I faced in Lagos. This short video can't give justice to what I felt. It cannot, because what am I saying? I had to stop going for weekly services because I don't want to get home late. It got to that point. I was actually told that my life, when you are told awful things, now there's a place of you doing things, and either young or old, see, we are all down to fault. Everybody can be at fault. Do you understand? But when you get to the point of being the recipient of awful things, I mean, not corrections now. When someone tells you that just know what will save you, just know who will save you. When someone really tells you that you are possessed, when someone says that yes, you are possessed though, but you are banned from going to church on Wednesdays. My people will really understand what I'm talking about. Days of crying, everybody actually faces one or two. It is normal. So we shouldn't feel like that's the end of the world. Nobody would actually see me outside and feel like this girl is going through hell as she's seeing things. I know this and that. No, but those that were like my go-to persons, they actually knew that this was what I was facing, and just so that I won't give up one day. So thank you so much for watching my YouTube video today. I really hope you loved it. Please just comment in the comment section, like my video, and please subscribe to my channel. Before you go, cheers.